Okay, now in this lecture we are going to see the next project management, construction project management technique, that is milestone. In previous lecture we have seen the bar chart or Gantt chart. We'll see here milestone or event chart. Okay, milestone chart is the upgradation version of your bar chart. Okay, instead in bar chart we are showing the activity in terms of bar. Okay, the length of bar shows the duration of your activity, right? That we have seen in bar chart. Okay, and in milestone chart, instead of bar we are represent that activity in terms of a milestone. Okay, milestone is represented in terms of a rhombus or a diamond, right? You see here milestones are the intermediate goals that are to be achieved along the project completion path. Okay, milestones are provided where when your intermediate goals are completed. Okay, your project goal is, your main goal is you have to complete your project. Okay, and to complete that project you have to complete small activities. Okay, after completion of activity, that is your small goal is achieved. Okay, if there is one activity that complete, means your goal of your project is achieved. Okay, after completion of activity you have to show your milestone, means that much is completed. Okay, milestones are generally provided on your roadways. Okay, जेव्हा तुम्ही ट्रॅव्हल करता तेव्हा तुम्ही बघितलेलं असेल, डेस्टिनेशन असेल, सपोज बॉम्बे, मुंबई इज युअर डेस्टिनेशन. ओके, यू आर ट्रॅव्हलिंग फ्रॉम ए बॉम्बे गोवा हायवे. Okay, from Goa to Mumbai you are traveling. Okay, so you will see the milestones on a every kilometer or every 5 kilometers. Okay, now Mumbai is 450 kilometer. Then after moving to the Mumbai, after 1 kilometer you will that you will see the milestone at 449 kilometer, 440 kilometer, 300 kilometer. Okay, you will see that stone. Okay, on that stone the how much distance is you have to still you have to travel, that have mentioned. Okay, means, and how much you have completed, that is nothing but your milestones. Okay, same like this that is milestones. Okay, milestones are intermediate goals that are to be achieved along with the project completion path. It helps to realize and compare the overall object of the project. These are review points where the project progress can assess intermediately. Okay, milestone charts are sometimes called as the event charts. Okay, that is also called as event chart. Shows up a group of milestones in an organized way, similar to the Gantt charts. Okay, same like a Gantt charts. Okay, in Gantt charts we are providing the bars, and in milestone charts we are providing the milestones. Okay, Gantt charts with one milestone per line vertically with a description on a left side. Okay, on a bar chart what we will do, we will do the description of activity either on a left or on that in that bar or near to the bar. Okay, and in milestone what will in we mention that activity on the left of your milestone. Okay, see, this is the milestone of line now. Okay, I will show here. Okay, same problem is there. Okay, completion, same project is there, completion of your masonry work. Okay, okay, that start from first 11th of July. Okay, Monday, that will complete in bar chart, that will complete on here. Okay, so this is the bar chart, but in milestone chart instead of bar we have to show at the end point. Okay, completion of line out here will show in terms of milestone. Okay, see here, that is milestone. Okay, milestone differ from the bar chart in Gantt charts is in that they show only a single date and are usually dissipated by a rhombus instead of a bar. Okay, see, this is the rhombus, instead of bar we are providing the rhombus. Okay, milestones can be shown in various colors depend dissipating the status of the milestones. Okay, you can show it in different colors. So nothing is different, just it is shown in terms of milestones. Okay, that is in terms of rhombus. Bar chart shown in figure 2.2.1 that we have already seen in previous lecture. It's converted into milestone chart, that all bar charts are converted into milestone charts. Okay, as shown in figure. So this is the milestone charts. Same problem is there. Okay, instead of bar charts we have provided it in Gantt charts. Okay, activities are shown as a milestones in the form of rhombus dissipating the completion of task, that is event. Link arrows are shown to understand the link between the activities. Okay, these are the arrows that shows the linking between the two activities. Okay, See here, this is the end to end relation. Okay, this is the end to start relation. Okay, means this activity, both the activities are end here. After ending this activity, next activity will start, that is end to start relation. Okay, that is called as a finish to start also. So see here, these are the activities. Okay, these are activities and this is the relation. Milestone charts of a bungalow project as shown in 2.3.2. Okay, so this is the another example. We have to complete G plus 2 story of a residential bungalow. Okay, so these are the list of activities: line out and excavation, then PCC putting, then backfilling, then plinth beam, then RCC work, then waterproofing, brickwork, door and window fixing, then OTA and dado work, then plumbing work, electrification, okay, then plaster, internal plaster, then flooring, then external plaster, then painting work. Okay, so these are the enlisted activity for a residential bungalow, completion of a residential bungalow. These are the durations, okay, and these are the relations between that activity. After completion of your excavation, okay, then the next PCC will be done. Okay, so these are the relations that I have shown here. Milestone charts of a bungalow are shown in the figure. Okay, activities are listed out of, are logically arranged. Okay, that are listed and logically arranged. Okay, after the line out, then PCC, then backfilling. Okay, these are the logical sequence of the activities. Okay, from line out to the possession. Okay, completion of your project. In milestone chart, duration of activity don't get reflected. Okay, figure 2.3.3 is an output of MS project. So this is the output of an MS project. Okay, see here. In milestone chart, duration of activities don't get reflected upon the output of MS project, where milestones are added in between the projects to highlight the important stages such as excavation completed, masonry completed, etc. Okay, so this is the basically bar chart. Okay, and in that bar chart we have added the milestones in between somewhere. Okay, so at a main stages means first completion of excavation. Okay, that is the main stage where that milestone is achieved or not. For that we have showed milestone here. So this is the combination of bar chart and milestone chart. Okay, so this is also you can do. In the early stages of a project management, project managers are used to prepare a Gantt chart. In very early stages, project manager are generally prepared bar chart. Okay, these Gantt charts would be quite large when project contains more than 100 activities. Okay, if activities are more than 100, then Gantt chart or bar chart becomes very large. Okay, so it was not practically possible to make a duplicate of these. Okay, and to maintain that whole large chart. Okay, so uh, milestone charts will arrive. Okay, in milestone charts we are generally provide not we are providing bars. Okay, bars generally contains the duration of activity. Okay, size of bar contains the duration of activity. Okay, but milestones are at a particular date only. Okay, so milestone charts is derived. Okay, milestone charts is devised to save a paper space and time for a duplication. Okay, for that milestone chart is used. Project manager just has to collect the relation groups of activities in project and assign the milestones to each group. A milestone is then placed to a project schedule represents the group, but similar to the bar charts, this techniques also has limitations and modifications difficulty for a revision. Okay, like bar charts, in milestone charts also there is a difficulty in modification and revision. Okay, so generally what happened for a large projects in previously, we will prepare the milestones at every important stages, means up to the completion stage we will prepare one milestone. Okay, so up to the completion of a excavation we will prepare bar chart. Okay, and after that we will prepare another bar chart. Okay, and this is the another milestone. In between two milestones we will prepare the bar chart. Okay, bar charts between the activities of a two milestones. Okay, so we will prepare the small bar charts and combine that bar chart so it is easy to maintain, right? Like that in previously work was done. Okay, and another technique is line of balance techniques. Now, line of balance techniques, I have already told that this technique is generally used for a repetitive type of work. Okay, is there are activities are repeating at every stage the activities are repeating, then we will do the line of balance techniques. We will see one good example of line of balance technique. Okay, then you will get easily understand. The line of balance process is employed when there are repetitive activities in a project. Okay, means which type of repetitive activities, like casting of identical foundations. Okay, you have to cast same type of foundations. Okay, so this is the repetitive activity. Then multiple piling, you have to do the piling, same pilings you have to do again and again, so that is repetitive activity. Then erection of identical columns, you have to erect the columns, similar type of columns or identical columns at every stage, so this is also repetitive activity. Again, I will show you some examples. You have to do the flooring at a different floors. Okay, suppose there is apartment. Okay, every flat on the apartment is same, so you have to do the flooring for a one flat, right, in a first floor. Then same type of flooring you have to do on second floor, third floor, fifth floor. Okay, so this is the repetitive work. Same plaster on a one floor, on second floor, third floor, fifth floor, repetitive work. Okay, so these are the repetitive type of doors. Then fixing of doors on a ground floor, first floor, second floor, same type of doors are there. Okay, you have to fix same type of doors, same number of doors on each floor. So this is also a repetitive type of work. Okay, so these are the repetitive type of works. For that, line of balance technique is used. In line of balance diagram, x-axis represents the timeline of the project. See here, this is the x-axis which represents the timeline, that is project durations in terms of weeks, days, months, right? You can see here. And y-axis identifies the work areas. Which work areas that you have to do repeatedly, that work areas are on a y-axis. Okay, identifies the work areas that define the project. The blank chart shows figure 2.4.1 is the starting point of the line of balance technique. Okay, so this is the starting point of a your line of balance technique. Project of the building construction, identical floors is constructed considered in a explanation. Okay, we have taken the repetitive type of work of a building construction of a identical floors. On each floor, every floor is same, like a apartment. Okay, so example of a apartment, consider as an example of apartment. As a project team arrives on a project, it begins at the first work area to move through the project. Suppose there is activity A has a total duration of a 10 weeks. There is one activity A has total duration of a 10 weeks. Mean to complete that activity you will require 10 weeks, that is 2.5 months, right? It is assumed that the productivity of activity A is 2 weeks per floor. Productivity of activity A is 2 weeks per floor, that is within 10 days, 10 weeks, team can construct 5 floors. Okay, so see, activity A has a total duration 10 weeks, means to complete activity A. Suppose, for example, plastering work is there. Suppose, for example, plastering work is there for a whole building. To complete that plastering work, you will require 10 weeks. Or brickwork, you will say brickwork. We will go for a brickwork. Okay. To complete brickwork for a whole building, it requires 10 weeks, that is 2.5 months. Okay. But the productivity of activity A, that is brickwork, is 2 weeks per floor. Means for construction of a brickwork on each floor, it requires 2 weeks. Means it requires 2 weeks, right? So for a one floor it requires 2 weeks. For then in 10 weeks how much floors you can complete? 5 floors you can complete. Okay, means total duration is 10 weeks. 10 weeks divided by 2 weeks, on each 2 weeks you will complete one floor. Okay, so within 10 weeks you will complete 5 floors. Okay, so see here, this is the building floors. Floor number 1, floor number 2, floor number 3, floor number 5, floor number 4 and floor number 5. Okay, so within first 2 weeks brickwork, you start brickwork for a ground floor. Okay, start brickwork for a ground floor. Then after 2 weeks, 4 weeks means you are 1 month. Okay, after 2 weeks your first floor is complete. Then after 2 weeks your second floor is complete, like this. See, then after 2 weeks your third floor is complete. After 2 weeks fourth floor is complete, and after 2 weeks your 5th floor is complete. So after every 2 weeks, one floor is completed. Okay. So this is the productivity of your work. Means brickwork for a first floor, ground floor is completed within the 2 weeks. Brickwork for a second floor is completed within the 2 weeks. Like that, you will complete in 10 weeks. You will complete the 5 floors. Right? CA that I have drawn here. Okay. Activity A, 2 weeks per floor means within the 5 weeks. Within the 10 weeks, you have completed the 5 floors. Okay. Now we'll consider activity B. See, now consider implementation of activity B has productivity of one floor per week. The activity B depends upon activity A, and B can start only after completion of a certain part of a activity A. Thus, the start of activity B on first floor can occur at the end of the week as shown in figure 2. Now see here activity B. After completion, you suppose activity B is plastering activity. Activity A is your activity of brickwork, construction of activity of brickwork. Okay, so second activity is your plaster activity. Now see here they have clearly mentioned that activity B depends on activity A. Unless and until activity A is completed, you cannot start activity B. राईट. म्हणजे फर्स्ट फ्लोअरचं जोपर्यंत तुमचं ब्रिकवर्क संपत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्ही फर्स्ट फ्लोअरचं तुम्ही प्लास्टर चालू करणार आहे का नाही. ब्रिकवर्क झालं तरच ब्रिकवर्क वरती तुम्ही प्लास्टर करणार आहे. म्हणजे ब्रिकवर्क कम्प्लीट होईल तेव्हाच तुमचं ऍक्टिव्हिटी बी चं प्लास्टरिंगची ऍक्टिव्हिटी स्टार्ट होईल. आता याची प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी काय दिलेली आहे. प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी ए इज 1 फ्लोअर पर वीक. म्हणजे एका वीक मध्ये तुम्ही एका फ्लोअरचं प्लास्टर पूर्ण कम्प्लीट करू शकता. राईट. सो नाव सी हियर फर्स्ट फ्लोअरचं कधी कम्प्लीट होणार आहे. ब्रिकवर्क इथे कम्प्लीट होणार आहे. राईट. सो ती ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुमची बी स्टार्ट कधी होणार आहे. इथून स्टार्ट होणार आणि ती कधी संपणार आहे. एका वीक मध्ये संपणार आहे. बरोबर. आता लगेच इथून जर तुम्ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी बी ची लगेच स्टार्ट केली इथं तर ती कुठे कम्प्लीट होणार आहे. इथे. बरोबर. याच्यानंतरच लगेच ऍक्टिव्हिटी बी जर तुम्ही कंटिन्यू स्टार्ट केली तर ती इथं तुम्ही स्टार्ट करू शकता का नाही. कारण सेकंड फ्लोअरचं तुमचं ब्रिकवर्क अजून संपलेलं नाही. बरोबर. सो इथं तुमचा गॅप येणार आहे आणि इथून परत तुमची ऍक्टिव्हिटी बी स्टार्ट होणार आहे. परत इथे गॅप येणार आहे. नंतर तिसऱ्या फ्लोअरची ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुमची बी स्टार्ट होणार आहे. लाईक दॅट. सी पहिली ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुमची इथे स्टार्ट झाली. देन देअर इज अ क्रीप. सी loss of crew in waiting. Okay, you have to wait for a completion of a second floor brickwork. Then again you start the second activity B plaster. Okay, then again you have to wait for a 1 week to completion of a brickwork for a third floor. Okay, so what happened here, you have appointed the brickwork laborers. Okay, they are doing their work continuously, there is no gap. Okay, and here what happened, you have appointed the plastering team here. Okay, now the plastering team start their work from here. Okay, and they will take break here. Okay, so there is a loss of crew in waiting. They will wait for a 1 week unless and until your brickwork for a second floor is completed. Okay, so here is your loss of money. Okay, loss of time. Okay, your team is waiting for a 1 week unnecessary, you have to pay your team for a 1 week. Okay, so to avoid that, line of balance technique is used. From line of balance technique, what we will get to know that, we will get to know that there is a crew in waiting. So this is the loss of, this is our loss, we will get to know this. Okay, so what we will do, we will start our plastering work, that is activity B, after some time, so there will not be any loss of crew in waiting. Like this. See, we will start activity. How many crews are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crews are there. After four crews are there, your activity will end here. Okay. So instead of that, what we will do? We will start activity from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll give the 4 crews here. Okay. Means we will start activity B delayed after 4 weeks. Okay. And that will end on the same date. Okay. 4 वीक नंतर आपण ऍक्टिव्हिटी स्टार्ट केली तर काय होणार आहे बघा. इथलं ब्रिकवर्क तुमचं कंप्लीट झालेलं आहे, इथलं कंप्लीट झालेलं आहे, इथलं झालेलं आहे. बरोबर. सो कंटिन्युअसली जी तुमची प्लॅस्टरिंगची टीम आहे ही फर्स्ट फ्लोअरचं काम करू शकते, सेकंड फ्लोअरचं पण करू शकते, थर्ड फ्लोअरचं पण करू शकते, कारण ब्रिकवर्क तुमचं कंप्लीट झालेलं आहे. फोर्थ फ्लोअरचं पण करू शकते अँड फिफ्थ फ्लोअरचं पण. म्हणजे तुमची जेव्हा फिफ्थ फ्लोअरचं तुमचं ब्रिकवर्क झालेलं असणार तेव्हाच तुमचं सायमल्टेनियसली तुमचं फिफ्थ फ्लोअरचं प्लास्टरिंग चालू होणार आहे. म्हणजे तुम्ही पहिला डिले केला 4 वीकने, म्हणजे तुम्ही जी काही अपॉइंट करणार आहे प्लास्टरिंगची टीम, ती तुम्ही साईटवरती बोलवताना 4 वीक लेटने बोलवली, तर त्यांचं काम कुठे थांबलेलं आहे का? नाही. तर कंटिन्युअसली दे आर डुइंग देअर वर्क. सो देअर इज अ यू डोंट हॅव टू पे दी 4 वीक्स क्रू. ओके. तुम्हाला जे 4 वीक्स त्या टीमला साईटवर बसून होती, तुम्हाला त्यांना पेमेंट करायचं होतं, बरोबर? ते तुम्हाला आता करणार नाही, कारण तुम्ही त्यांना 4 वीक्स नंतर तुम्ही त्यांना कामावरती लावलेलं आहे, बरोबर? सो सो दिस इज दी बॅलन्सिंग टेक्निक. यू हॅव बॅलन्स्ड एव्हरीथिंग. ओके. तुम्हाला एंड प्रोडक्ट तर तोच भेटला, तुमचा लॉस तुम्ही तुमचा करून घेतलेला नाही, आणि तुमची प्रोजेक्ट जेव्हा ऍक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट होणार होती तेव्हाच ऍक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट झालेली. ओके. सो it shows that delaying the starting of activity B by 4 weeks in a better alternative to minimize the losses. By doing this, it is possible to maintain the higher Q productive for the entire project. If you are running the real project, you might include the bite extra time in case of taking things back up. Okay, but you could likely not start activity B as soon as it could start. It is called as a balance of the line. So for that, we will call it as a line of balance technique. LOB method results in common understanding of how project teams follow the one another through the job work areas. Okay, you will get to know that. Such as a immediate spontaneous understanding of the project is often not possible with the output provided by commonly used software products. It is an essential communication and productive analysis tool for projects that have repetitive work areas. It management control process for collecting, measuring, and presenting facts relating to time, then cost and accomplishment. All measured assigned a specific plan. It shows a process, status, background, timing, and phasing of the project activities, thus the providing management and effective measuring tool. So this is the effective measuring tool. What are the merits of the line of balance? Comparing actual progress with the formal objective plan, okay, that we can do. Then examine only the deviations from established plan, then gauging their degrees of servicity with respect to reminder of the project. Okay. Then receiving the timely information concerning trouble areas, indicating areas where the appropriate correction actions is required, that we need to get to know. Then forecasting future performance, what we can forecast future performance. LOB enables manage to see the single glance which of many activities comparing the complex operation are in balance. That is, whether those shall have been complete at a time or review actually are completed, and whether any activity schedule for a future completion are lagging behind the schedule. So in short, we will see the summary. Now we have see the Gantt chart, bar chart, then milestone chart, then line of balance technique. Okay. Now in next lecture we have to see the CPM, critical path method, and in last chapter PERT. Okay. Now only two chapters are left, CPM and PERT. We'll see. In next lecture we'll see the CPM, basics required for CPM. We'll see. Now see the summary here. This summary is very important. Project scheduling methodology. Okay. Now commonly used project management techniques, which techniques we generally used. So these are the serial numbers, type of project, and purpose of project, time management. Okay. So type of project, suppose non-repetitive work is there. Okay. And very simple and small project is there, sub project is there, small project is there, and non-repetitive work is there. Then we'll use the bar chart. Okay. For planning purpose, we are using bar chart. For scheduling purpose, we are using bar chart. Monitoring purpose, bar chart, and displaying purpose, we are using bar chart. This is the purpose of project time management. Okay. For planning of that small project, which is non-repetitive work, we'll prepare bar chart. Then for scheduling that purpose, again we are using bar chart. Then for monitoring project is on time or not, we are using bar chart. And for displaying purpose on the project on a site, we are using bar chart. Okay. Small project and repetitive work, we'll use line of balance technique. Okay, for everything. Then for a complex project, we are using CPM. Okay. Planning purpose CPM. Then TSN scheduling so TSN is your time schedule. Okay. So CPM, then monitoring, again CPM, then bar chart. Then for probabilistic purpose, again PERT. Probabilistic means no time bound, PERT, TSN, PERT, bar chart. Okay. Complex project, we are generally used for complex non-repetitive PNA. Okay. Then bar chart PNA, repetitive PNA, LOB line of balance techniques, deterministic approach, then CPM, TSN, CPM, bar chart. Okay. So this is the general summary. Okay. With this, we'll stop here. Thank you.